So just a high level share my experience in Taiwan taxation with regard to e-commerce. And the example I like to cite is Uber. Uber is a company that are very well known in Taiwan. And their business model, as you know, they have their IP in Netherlands, in US, by the co-sharing structure. And the Taiwan entity in Taiwan, their entity in Taiwan is a subsidiary. And what the subsidiary do is actually to approach the customer, also the driver, to procure the suppliers. In addition to that, the Taiwanese company also provide training to the driver, educate them how to use the apps, Uber apps, and how to look at the maps. As well, they also provide a device. For example, if the driver doesn't have an iPhone, the Uber Taiwan will lend the iPhone to the driver, so they can use the app platform. And what they also do is to promote Uber service in Taiwan. So they do a lot of marketing campaign here in Taiwan. So I think that the issue with Uber is that if you look at the Taiwan-Netherlands Treaty, what they do in Taiwan is considered as a preparatory or auxiliary service. Because if you look at the contract is actually signed by the driver and signed by the riders with the Netherlands company. The Taiwan entity doesn't have any law in that contract conclusion. So what you see in Taiwan is that the Taiwan entity only held the Uber Taiwan to do the promotion, to educate the driver, and is considered auxiliary and preparatory based on the older definition under OECD. But like we mentioned, the world is changing. And I actually always have a doubt about what's the definition of a preparatory and auxiliary. Because this makes all the situation very complicated, and multinationals are using this loophole to play around with their tax plannings. As they consider this is a preparatory and auxiliary in nature, so in Taiwan, they only have a Uber Taiwan pay the tax on cost plus markup. So say, for example, if Uber Taiwan have a 4 employees, those 4 employees just earn $100, and the cost plus markup is 5%. Now, all the tax paid in Taiwan is 5% twice 20%. And Uber Netherlands doesn't pay any tax in Taiwan based on Taiwan-Netherlands Treaty because they only provide auxiliary and preparatory service in Taiwan, and the contracts conclude outside Taiwan. The issue is if we are to look at this transaction, we cannot debate actually Taiwan Uber is is acting a very critical role. Because if there's no Uber Taiwan in Taiwan to promote this business, nobody will know Uber. And if there's no Uber Taiwan involved, there's no supply of a driver as well. And they also teach driver how to use the Uber tool. Also, they provide a device. So if we look at this value chain, Uber Taiwan is actually play a very critical role. And whether they pay only the cost plus markup in Taiwan is fair or not is really questionable. And I think
I know Uber well. I can actually give a simple answer, but I will give the explanation afterwards. A cost plus model is only suitable for activities which are like routine kind of activities. And in the old thinking, what they're doing could be perceived as routine functions. But here again, we have the discussion on how do you look at the business model. And now I'm going to step to the big four actually. I'm not fully sure about EY, but I know that PwC and Deloitte have thousands of people employed in India doing tax returns for businesses around the world. And they, for example, Deloitte has 6,000 people in India doing Dutch tax returns, and the tax this system is this way, that there is a cost plus system in place in India, and India only gets 6% on the cost incurred by India for that profit. And that is in line with traditional thinking. But actually, I was asked once what my opinion was, and actually, having a service company in India dealing with tax returns is, to my opinion, a core business activity for a Big Four, and therefore it cannot be perceived as routine activities, and therefore it's a main business part and should be taxed as a fully fledged enterprise. The same goes for Uber. They do marketing here, they do training here, they have IP in the Netherlands, co-shared with the US. Yes, there will be development, but the IP and the total of activities, indeed, auxiliary and preparatory are here the issues, but the total activity is that it is a fully fledged business in Taiwan from a business model perspective, but the current rules really restrict the possibilities to deal with this. So the current model hardly gives possibilities to current tax convention to challenge Uber here, but you could always do so by saying, and that is what I will do if I will work for the tax administration, a cost plus 5 on the limited cost base in Taiwan. That's unacceptable.
Okay. And even you increase the market rate to 20%, you're not going to get a lot of tests because they only have a handful of people here. So what I kind of agree with your speech here is that I think that in such an integrated model, because Uber Taiwan integrated with Uber Netherlands, their activity cannot be seen as a separable activities. I think that maybe a profit split transfer pricing approach will be the right one to deal with the taxation for the Uber group. Because it's not fair for Uber Taiwan just to pay the tax on the cost plus markup. It is also not fair to ask Uber Taiwan to pay all the revenue they derive in Taiwan, because they do own the IP, they do have people to maintain the platform. So maybe a more appropriate approach is to look at a profit split approach and recognize Taiwan function is a current function and allocate an appropriate profit between Uber Taiwan and the Netherlands, also US. But the question is, our government is very traditional. The profit split approach even stipulated in the transfer pricing guideline, but it's hardly recognized in practice.
I do fully agree with you. If you look at the TP guidelines, the transfer pricing guidelines, you were mentioning the profit split, which is in the OECD world, the profit split has gotten a lot of more attention after we got new profit allocation rules to current establishment since March 2018. But back to profit split, which is very important, is that the profit split under the current international tax rules can be applied in situations where two companies both have their part in the business operations, and it's not precise part. And then a profit split is the most reasonable approach. I think you're right. Business is here in a way, and the IP, the algorithm is in the Netherlands. Without the algorithm, you cannot do the business, and without the business, you cannot use the algorithm. So it might be a suitable way to use the profit split here.
Actually, when we look at Action 7 and Action 8 to 10, we should all look at it all together because they are each highly linked to each other. So I think that for the e-commerce player as well as the financial industry, maybe profit split approach will be the most suitable TP approach.
But in a way, if you look at developments like diverted profits tax, that is in a way a profit split. In a diverted profits tax system, you look at your domestic activities and see it as part and as one business model where you actually say, okay, I have one business called Uber Part of Uber which deals with the UK is the UK activities plus part of the server, the algorithm, plus part of whatever, the marketing worldwide, and then you have more cost-split system. So I believe with OCD's doing, I don't think we will come up with an OCD with the profit tax solution, because important states do not like that. But I do think they will arrive with a change of Article 5 and make it possible, therefore, also to tax other elements. But whether it will help Uber, because they do have activities and they have the marketing is abroad, probably. Which is difficult to do some Article 5 change to make it workable. You do the training, that's normally an auxiliary activity, but it's core here because it's about the show, the drivers. So you could remodel, you could rename training from auxiliary into main activities. And they have a few other things here. But the only way to deal with it is to look at it from a diverted profits tax calculator approach. You say it's one business model. What people should do, actually OECD in the 2018 report, the profit allocation, March 2018. May I have 2 minutes to explain?
I'm sorry, we already over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My apologies. Next time.
Yeah. Next time to see tomorrow. 跟明天还有嘛，所以今天这个先到此为止，不好意思因为这个刚才听了太入神，因为没有控制时间。刚才周会计师先提到 Uber 台湾的这个诉讼案件的话呢，它的台湾 Uber 这家子公司被认为是一个境内的营业场所但是实际上的问题的话呢是在于Uber 总公司跟子公司之间的移转地价有出现问题，它是用所谓的成本加价法，其实是不是就是它就是说把台湾的这个花费呢，再加上8%作为它的这一个营收，所以这样其实在这个利润的value